Well, hello and welcome to our channel, Learn English with JC. Alright, we're broadcasting live, yes, from the Academy Montero Espinosa, located in Madrid, Spain. Alright, and the channel is Learn English with JC. Welcome, I'm JC. Hello, how is everybody doing today? Alright, it's a pleasure for me to be here again, okay? And in this new lesson, remember I am here Monday through Thursday rather. Yes, Monday through Thursday for this level B1. I am here from 5 o'clock until 5:30. All right, yes, from 5 o'clock until 5:30. All right, so today is lesson number 6. Yes, lesson number 6, level B1 intermediate. Okay, and we're going to talk about adjectives with ed and adjectives with ing. Alright, okay, yes, it's going to be a very challenging class because it's very confusing sometimes to know the difference between adjectives with ed as well as adjectives with ing. Alright, so anyway, let's see what we have here for today. Okay. Now, first of all, we have the month of April. Yes, this is the month of April, 2020 or 2020. Okay, you can say April and the year. There are two ways you can pronounce the year. You can say 2020 or 2020. All right, the day is the 14th. Okay, and you can use the British way or version to say the day, and here it is, and you pronounce today is Tuesday, the 14th of April 2020. Okay, or you can say 2000 or 2020 rather. You can say 2020 or you can say 2020. Okay, it's up to you. All right, and the American version, you have to say, or they say, today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. All right, so you can choose the British version or the American version. I personally prefer the American version. So one more time, British, today is Tuesday, the 14th of April 2020 or 2020, and the American version is today is Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. All right, that is in terms of the day. Okay, what about the time? Okay, it's important to know the time too. All right, and there are two versions with the time, also the British version and the American version. Okay, so let's take a look at the British version. Suppose it is this time, and it is, I think right now it is, yes, based on a true story. Okay, so the British normally say it's 5 past or after 5. So one more time, it's 5 past or after 5. You can use the word past or you can use the word after. Now, Americans are a little bit more pragmatic, and normally they say it's 5:05. So the 0, they pronounce it like if it is an O, a letter, an O. So Americans, I repeat, they say it's 5:05, whereas British say it's 5 past or after 5. Okay, so one more time, you have two versions, the British and the American, and you can choose the one that you prefer. I personally prefer the American, but again, both are correct. British, it's 5 past or after 5, and American, it's 5:05. All right, now in today's class, we are going to talk about adjectives ending in ed or ending in ing. Okay, we have two types of adjectives, ending in ed or ending in ing, and in today's lesson we are going to learn when to use both cases. So right, one more time, this is lesson number 6. Okay, level B1 intermediate. Okay, level B1 intermediate, lesson number 6. Okay, let's see what else we have for today. All right. So we have, what's the difference? Adjectives with ed versus adjectives with ing. Let's take a look first at those adjectives that end in ed. All right, and then later we will take a look at the ones ending in ing. All right, very good. So, for instance, the ones ending in ed, what they do is to describe a person's own feelings. Okay, so remember, adjectives ending in ed describe a person's own feelings. Okay, now for instance, we can have the adjective bored. You see that ends in ed, bored. Another example is confused. So we have two. We have bored and we have confused. Okay. Another example is interested. Interested. Remember, the pronunciation goes on the I and you pronounce interested. Interested. All right. So we have three. We have bored, confused, interested. All right. Another example is excited or surprised. All right. So we have 5 different adjectives ending in ed on the screen. We have bored, confused, interested, excited, and surprised. Okay, that's a pretty good set of examples. One more time: bored, confused, interested, excited, and surprised. Okay, let's take a look at one example. All right, if you just joined us, welcome to our class. This is level B1 intermediate. Okay, lesson number 6, and we are talking about adjectives ending in ed and adjectives ending in ing. All right, if you want to leave a message, the chat is open. I can see your messages. If you have any questions, I will try to answer it as soon as possible, all right. So for example, we have here an example here. This lesson is difficult. Okay, this lesson is difficult. I am confused. You see the ed, I am confused, because it describes your feelings. I am confused. All right. Or another example is Susan had nothing to do and she was very bored. Okay, so the adjective here is bored, ending in ed because it expresses Susan's feelings. All right, so remember, we are talking about the difference between adjectives ending in ed and adjectives ending in ing. Okay, we are concentrating on the first ones ending in ed. The examples are bored, confused, interested, excited, and surprised. Okay, if you just joined the channel, welcome. We are talking about adjectives ending in ed and adjectives ending in ing. All right, so the examples with ed, for instance, this lesson is difficult. I am confused. Okay, so confused is an adjective ending in ed and it expresses my feelings. I am confused. Another example is Susan had nothing to do and she was very bored. Bored is the adjective ending in ed describing the feelings that Susan has. Okay, so that is in terms of ed. Now we are going to concentrate on adjectives ending in ing. Okay, so there are 2 types of adjectives ending in ed and adjectives ending in ing. All right, this is today's lesson, lesson number 6. I repeat, online class B1, level B1 intermediate. Okay, remember, every day of the week, Monday through Thursday, we are here at 5 o'clock broadcasting live for you, free. The classes are free, so no problem. You don't have to pay anything. All right, so let's concentrate on the ones ending in ing. Now, these adjectives or adjectives describe a situation, a thing, or a person that causes the feelings, but you are not describing the feelings. This is a situation, I repeat, a situation, a thing, or a person that causes the feelings. Okay, let's see. For example, we have two adjectives here. Boring, and in an ing, boring. You don't pronounce the G, but you don't say boring. No, you don't pronounce the G, you say boring. It's very, very soft. Boring, or another example could be confusing. Okay, boring and confusing are two examples. All right. A very typical example is interesting. Interesting. This class is very interesting. All right. Interesting. All right. Very good. And two more examples could be exciting or surprising. All right. So we have 5 different adjectives. We have boring, confusing, interesting, exciting, and surprising. All right. Remember, these adjectives ending in ing describe a situation, a thing, or a person that causes the feelings. Okay. And for instance, we have an example. This lesson is confusing. Ooh, I hope not. Pero no. This lesson is confusing. ing. I don't understand. All right. This lesson is confusing. I don't understand. Or another example is the movie was so boring that I fell asleep. Okay. The movie was so boring that I fell asleep. Okay, one more time. ing adjectives describe a situation, a thing, or a person that causes the feeling. We have a few examples: boring, confusing, interesting, exciting, and surprising. Example: this lesson is confusing. I don't understand. The movie was so boring that I fell asleep. Okay, all right. So now what are we going to do? We are going to do a very short quiz. All right. You have only 2 options. You have a 50-50% probability, okay? Because you will have adjectives with ed and adjectives with ing. All right. So again, we are going to do a very short quiz, only 10 sentences, okay? And we are going to put into practice the theory that we just learned. It's very, very easy. Don't worry about it. Remember, if you are describing your emotions or your feelings, ed. If not, ing. It's very, very simple. All right, no problem. All right. So let's take a look at the first one. The movie was really. Are you talking about your feelings? No, you're talking about the movie. So if you are not talking about your feelings, you don't use ed, so you use ing. Alright, so in this case the sentence becomes the movie was really boring, because you are not talking about your feelings. Okay, you're talking about the movie. Alright, so one more time. The movie was really boring. Okay, number 2. It's been a day and I'm ready to go to bed. It's been a and I'm ready to go to bed. Are you talking about your feelings? No, you're talking about the day. The subject is they, not you. Therefore, the sentence becomes, it's been a tiring day and I'm ready to go to bed. Alright, so because you're not talking about your feelings, you're talking about the day. Alright, number 3. The dinner was disgusted or disgusting? Are you talking about your feelings? Nope, you're talking about the dinner. Therefore, the sentence becomes, the dinner was disgusting. Okay, because it is not your feelings. If it is your feelings, if you're talking about your feelings, you have an ed. If you're talking about something external, ing. Now, take a look at number 4. I was really with her for turning up late, for arriving late. Now you're talking about your feelings. So I was really annoyed. I was really unhappy, uncomfortable, and angry. Annoyed, because you're talking about your feelings now. So feelings, ed. I was really annoyed with her for turning up late, for arriving late. Okay. Number 6. See, it is very easy. Number 5. It was a story. It was a story. Are you talking about your feelings? No, because the subject is story. Because the subject is story, it is ing. It was a very, or a shocking story. Very or without very. It was a shocking story. The subject is story. You are not talking about your feelings or the feelings of somebody else. All right, take a look at number 6. Now we're talking about his feelings, because it says he was very with his results. Now we are talking about his feelings, a person's feelings, in this case he. So the sentence becomes, he was very pleased. Okay, he was very pleased with his results. With ed, he was very pleased, very satisfied, very happy. Okay, so you use ed, he was very pleased with his results. Okay, see how easy it is? Remember, a person's feelings, ed. No feelings, ing. Very easy. Alright, number 7. It was very when I saw them together. It was very when I saw them together. Alright, are you talking about your feelings? No, because the subject is it. So the sentence becomes, it was very embarrassing when I saw them together. You're not talking about your feelings because the subject is it. Alright, number 8. I loved the movie but found the book. Now you're talking again about your feelings because the subject is you. Alright. I loved the movie but found the book disappointing. Alright, because the subject is book, the last subject is book, and this happened to me because I watched the movie Jaws and I loved the movie, but the book was it's not bad, but I didn't like it as much as the movie. So I loved the movie, okay, I was not disappointed with the movie, but the book was disappointing. Okay, so my feeling would be, I was not disappointed with the movie, but the book was disappointing. Alright, you see how it applies? Alright, number 9. She had died. She had died. Now it's our feelings. The subject is we. So we were shocked. She had died, unfortunately. Alright, we were shocked she had died because we are talking about our feelings. Okay, we were shocked she had died, unfortunately. Alright, okay, and the last one is his reaction was, okay, his reaction. Now the subject is reaction. Okay, the subject is reaction. We are not talking about anybody's feelings, we're talking about just reaction. So the sentence becomes, his reaction was embarrassing. Alright, because the subject is reaction, it is not his feelings. We're not talking about anybody's feelings, we're talking about reaction. Alright, so again, his reaction was embarrassing. Alright, so let me go over them one more time before we go. Alright, I'm gonna read them normal speed now, okay, and let's see how they sound. Alright, number 1, the movie was really boring. Number 2, it's been a tiring day and I'm ready to go to bed. Number 3. The dinner was disgusting. Number 4. I was really annoyed with her for turning up late. Number 5. It was a shocking story. Number 6. He was very pleased with his results. Number 7. It was very embarrassing when I saw them together. Number 8. I loved the movie but found the book disappointing. Number 9. We were shocked she had died. And number 10. His reaction was embarrassing. Alright, well, this concludes today's lesson. Alright. Here on the last screen you can see the name of the academy where I work, okay? And you can see the contact if you want to visit us in the future, because right now is not a good time to visit us, okay? And you can see my email address. Alright, if you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, you are more than welcome to send me an email. Alright, the email is jc.monteroespinosa@yahoo.com. Remember, you don't say point, you say dot in English, and you don't say arroba, you say at. Alright, so one more time, the address is jc.monteroespinosa@yahoo.com. Alright, you can send me messages, emails telling me what you would like to see in our classes, any, like I said, any suggestions, opinions, comments, criticisms, whatever you want. Alright, I will try to answer them as soon as possible. But for now, this is all, folks. This is all. I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, at the same time at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It has been a pleasure to be with you. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, and please come back tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being with me today. All right, goodbye. Bye bye.